Okay, we're still talking about stem and leaf plots, and on the guided practice, the first question we have is complete the stem and leaf plot to show the following ages and years for people in the store. Okay, and it already kind of drew the table out for us. The title of it is Ages of People in the Store. It has the years. Another interesting thing on here, it already has a key for us right there, and it shows a key with a 3 as a stem and a 0 as a leaf would equal 30. So that's telling us that our stems are the tens place and our leaves are the ones place. And something else you see that I did, I went ahead and highlighted some of the data in my table there already. That's just going to help me organize, help me build my stem and leaf plot a little bit. Probably a better way than just highlighting it would be people go ahead and take an order all your data there from least to greatest. But I just went and done it this way, just show you another way. And the first thing I'm going to look at, I'm going to try to find the smallest value. And since I went and highlighted all my tens place, which is the smallest value, I don't see anything with a ones, a value that's just has a digit, just ones. Tens is my smallest place, and 10 looks like it's my smallest number on my table right there, and my largest would be 70. So I'm going to just go ahead and for my stems I'm just going to create all my stems. I'm going to start at 1 and go to 7. That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those are my stems. So if I had them ordered already over here, it'd be a lot easier, but I'm just going to give this a shot. I can see that 10 right here is my smallest number, so I'm going to put a line through that. I put a 0 as my leaf. My next, look at my rest of my highlighted in yellow. I have 13, 16, 15, and 17. Out of those, 13 is the smallest, so I'm going to put 3 as a leaf, my next leaf. Okay, out of that I have 15, 16, 17, and 18. I almost forgot 18 there. But 15 is my next smallest, so I put a leaf of 5. Out of what I have left, I have 16, 17, 18. 16 is my next, so 6 will be my next leaf. If I remember correctly, 17 is my next, and 18 is my last. So I have, double check here, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 I've done so far. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 6 leaves. Now I'm going to go ahead and go to my 20s. And in my 20s, it looks like I have 2 there. I have 22 and 27. 22 is the smallest of that, so I'll put that leaf first. That makes 27 the next. Okay, look for my 30s. My 30s are blue. I have 2 30s. I have 32 and 39. 32, 39, that's a 2 and a 9. Okay, 40s. 40s, my red. Looks like I have 3 40s. I have 41, 46, and 46. So 41, 46, and 46. 41, 46, and 46. 50s, okay? If I'm looking here, I don't see any 50s. So I'm not going to have any leaves by my, my stem 5. But I do have 60s. I didn't highlight those. I ran out of highlighted colors. But I can see I have 2 of them here. I have 60 and 64. So that's 60 and 64. 60, 64, and my largest one, which is 70. Put that right there, and that's all my data. And just double check. I have 2 rows that are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 rows at 8 is 16. So I have 16 people I'm talking about here. Let's double check. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I got all my people on there. So I've got a successful stem and leaf plot. Let's go over here and answer some of these questions over here now. Question number 2. Compare the list of ages in exercise 1 with the stem and leaf plot you created. Why is the stem and leaf plot a better way to display the data? Because it's easier to organize, or easier to interpret the data, easier to I'll put read. easier to read the data. So I can tell, for instance, if I'm looking at this store right over here, I'm going to guess that more young people go to this store. I only had, most of the people were teenagers, as a matter of fact, or between 10 and 18, the largest group of data right there. So that would tell me this is probably a young person's store. And I probably, you know, if I own this store, I probably cater more to the young people than I would to the older people. Okay, question number 3. How should you organize the list of values from a table before putting in a stem and leaf plot? And like I said before, I highlighted it, but probably the better way to do it would be to order from least to greatest. Okay, and that just makes it a little bit easier to build your stem and leaf plot. Okay, is it possible for a stem to have no leaves? And explain. Okay, and it is. You can see right there, I didn't have anybody in their 50s. So it is possible. I'll just put yes, and I already explained it in Word by telling you. And that's yes. Okay, let's go ahead and look at these 2 questions. In the independent practice. In 5 and 6, use the data to complete the stem and leaf plot. And we did one together up here, so this one should not be too difficult. Something that's important to look at. Go ahead and look at the key to see how it is. It looks like on this one, the stem is a tens place, and the key is a 1, or the leaf is a ones place. But it's weight up. Number 5 is weight of pumpkin in pounds. Okay, and on number 6, we're going to do the price of cereal. This one's just a little bit trickier, but go ahead and look at the key. On this one, I have a 1 as a stem and an 89 as a leaf, and that equals $1.89. So the stem is going to be the whole number, or the whole dollar, and the leaf is going to be the tenths and hundredths place there. Let's go ahead and look at the back page. Okay, and this is, I'll go ahead and read it. Question number 7. Make a stem and leaf plot for the weights. Be sure to include the title and the key. So we did one together on the front page, and y'all practice a couple more on 2 other problems. This should not be too difficult. You know, just make sure you make your key and you have all your data on your table. And question number 8. Okay, Noah said that over half of the dogs weighed more than 50 pounds. Do you agree, and explain? And question number 9. On question number 9, we're going to do this. We're going to do this one together because we haven't really talked about converting measurements too much yet. But it says the hummingbirds have long, slender beaks that are adapted for sipping nectar from flowers. The beak of a ruby-throated hummingbird is 20 millimeters long. How long is the beak in centimeters? So, box in my question. My answer is going to be in centimeters. So centimeter is going to be, abbreviate centimeters right there. And what I know is the beak's length is 20 millimeters long, is 20 millimeters. In order to solve this question, you would look at your math chart. Math charts are in your desk, and we're going to start, when we get into measurement, we're going to start becoming a little bit more familiar with it. Just the way our workbook's set up, though, the measurement would have been covered before we did this. So this is kind of would have been a review question, except we haven't covered the measurement yet. So I'm just going to talk you through this. It's really pretty simple. But if you look at your math chart, on your math chart, it shows that 1 centimeter equals 10 millimeters. So if I know that 1 centimeter equals 10 millimeters, that's basically telling me that there's 10 millimeters in 1 centimeter. So if there's 10 millimeters in 1 centimeter, there would be 2 in 20. So we'll go ahead and write it out. 20 millimeters equals 2 centimeters. And like I said, we're going to go over that a little bit more in our next unit. We're going to be covering measurement. But for right now, this is kind of just a quick overview of it. And question number 10. Okay, which data value occurs most often in the stem and leaf plot? In the stem and leaf plot. Pretty easy question. Make sure you're looking at your key. Okay, and question number 11. How is a stem and leaf plot showing 2-digit whole numbers data different from a stem and leaf plot showing data that contains decimals and tenths? And on the first 2 independent practice questions, it kind of showed you that. I went ahead and kind of typed it out for you, and what it says, okay, in a 2-digit whole number, the stem is the tens place and the leaf is the ones place. But when using decimals, the whole number is the stem and the decimal is the leaf. So, and like you said, you've seen it on some of the other pages that we've worked on and on the previous page on how that works.